So you're going to move in with her?
Who might that be, mate?
Sasha Peters, of course. How many other foxy young widows do you know?
None of your business.
Hey, have a look up here. They're all right. You going to pick them up?
No, none of that. None of that. I'm going to warn them about hitchhiking.
Okay, we'll warn them on the way after we pick them up.
Hi.
Where you heading, girls?
The next town along the road, what's it called?
Mount Thomas. That's where we're going. You want a lift? Here.
Yeah.
Pop the boot, mate.
It's a good thing you picked us up. We got a lift to the crossroads, but we've been waiting there nearly an hour.
That's surprising. So where you from?
Oh, I'm Claire. I'm from South London.
Oh.
And this is Eva. She lives in Hamburg.
And every Australian says...
So you're a hamburger, eh?
He said it.
Well, I'm Wayne, and the tall, silent one over there is Nick.
Pleased to meet you, Wayne and
You
Nick.
both know hitchhiking's not safe, don't you?
Yeah, but we're careful, aren't we?
Yeah.
We look at whoever stops. If we don't like the look of them, we don't get in.
No, we saw you checking us out.
You can tell that much about a bloke in a car, can you, just by looking at him?
Well, we've been travelling for nearly 7 months and we've had no real trouble.
So how do you like Australia?
It's beautiful.
So, can you tell us where we can stay in this town?
Oh, yeah, the pub's good and pretty cheap. We'll drop you there if you like.
You want to do your belts up?
Breakfast is included, but I can do your price without if you prefer.
It's a very good breakfast. Sets you right up for the day.
Sounds like you come here often.
It's my second home.
These days it is.
These days.
Yeah, I'm on my own. You know how it is. Anyway, I'll be in tonight. I'd like to buy you both a drink if you're around.
I expect we will be.
Hey, thanks for waiting, mate.
Oh, well, now, I didn't know how long you'd be, did I? You could have got lucky.
What's this?
A couple of hitchhikers we picked up this morning. Very attractive ones, too.
No, you picked them up, mate. I just drove the car.
You got a minute? Go for a walk. Do you blokes think you're ever going to finish this?
Can't rush these things.
I've heard on the grapevine that a couple of married men have applied for the vacancy.
What, the watch house keeper's job? Now, I thought we decided married men weren't supposed to have the advantage.
In theory, yes, but you know how it works. Faulkner's going to see it as getting 2 people for the price of 1. But you look at this mess. So if the husband's down at the pub, the wife will still be here to answer the phone.
Where's this leave me when traffic goes?
We don't know yet that it's going. Come on, don't sweat it, Nick. Just wait and see.
Well, right. Let's get on the road, mate. Boost those figures.
You reckon that's going to save traffic, do you?
Can't hurt.
That chance, mate. That chance.
Anyway, I want to finish on time tonight. I've got to meet Claire and Eva at the pub.
The hitchhikers?
Mate, you want to watch them? You don't know where they've been or what they've been doing.
One of them's German, mate.
Really?
What are they on about?
A couple of hitchhikers, girls, pretty cute apparently.
Oh, yeah?
Oh,
There you go, ladies.
well, to Townsville.
And 2 beers, thanks, mate.
Yeah, we've introduced ourselves, thanks, mate.
He's friends of yours.
I'd say you'd notice, no.
Oh, he loves us.
2 more beers, thanks, Chris.
Righto.
After that, we kept going north.
Well, we're up to camps.
Yeah, we camped in Port Douglas.
Almost in rainforest.
Hey, what was that like?
Well, we'd just gone to sleep and there was this crashing in the bushes.
Scary.
Eva woke up and screamed, right?
It sounded like a herd of elephants coming towards us, thank you.
And then this, tiny little hairy thing comes running out of the bushes and goes straight between
It
us.
was so small and so much noise.
What was it?
I don't know.
Who knows? Not a kangaroo, that's all I know.
Might have been a bandicoot.
Bandicoot.
Like a possum.
So you must have been scared out there all alone in the bush?
Well, what about all the creepy
It's pretty
crawlers?
deserted.
Oh, no, you sound like a pretty gutsy girl.
Snakes, spiders.
Who, me? No.
Getting bravely
Oh, yeah.
bag.
I doubt it.
So do you feel like a cup of coffee?
Oh, yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah, I'd love one.
Oh, no, just the place.
We'll be closed.
Any last drinks here?
Yeah, you got a nice cold bottle of Rhine Riesling, Chris? Yeah, make that too, Chrissy.
I think we could manage that.
If you're ordering that for me, thank you, but I won't be joining you tonight. Well, we had a really early start this morning and we're just very tired. So, thank you for your company.
Cool.
And thanks for the wine, too.
Not a problem.
I really must go upstairs to bed, okay? See ya.
I'll see you tomorrow.
Good night.
Cancel the Rome Riesling?
Nah, bring it here. Sure I can find a use for it.
It's wonderful the way you can open a window here and hear the sound of the night noises. I grew up near an overpass in Hammersmith. Wasn't a time of the day when you couldn't hear the sound of traffic. Except maybe for a minute or two at 3 a.m.
Yeah, I grew up in Melbourne. I thought I'd hate it in the bush, but I've sort of gotten used to it.
You're so lucky here. All this space and air and freedom.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, yeah. I suppose I should be getting back to the hotel.
Do you have to?
Well, Eva might be worried about me, you know. We usually keep in touch.
Well, won't she guess you with me?
I guess so.
Anyway, she might be off somewhere herself.
I doubt it. Eva's pretty straight.
And you're not.
Most of the time I am.
How about tonight?
Maybe less so unusual.
Where's Patterson?
He's on his way, boss.
Cliff, how are you? What are you doing here?
I'm good, Tom. How are you?
All right.
I'm the new association representative, actually. I'm here to see Constable Schultz.
Sergeant Watkins, how are you?
I'm good, thanks. Somewhere we can talk?
Yeah, the interview room. Right?
Yeah, be my guest.
Morning, all.
You're late. 13 minutes.
Sorry, boss.
Slept in, mate.
Yes, slept in.
Half your luck.
Some women have no taste.
Thanks for that, Cliff.
No worries, Nick. I don't think there'll be any problems.
Beautiful, mate. Thank you.
You got a visitor, mate?
Hi.
Eva isn't at the hotel. She hasn't had her breakfast, just slept in her bed.
Maybe she went for a walk.
She'd have left a note, unless she was with one of you guys.
No.
She doesn't know anyone else.
Well, maybe she met someone.
It's not like her. I'm really worried.
All right, come on. Let's go have a look for her.
That's service for you.
Is there anything missing?
No? Well, only her shoulder bag. She didn't even take her jacket. I think she would have at night.
So perhaps she got up this morning, went for a walk. Maybe she went to find the post office. Look, don't you worry too much. You stay here and see if she shows up. I'll drive around a bit, see if I can't spot her. If she does turn up, just ring the station. They'll relay the message to me.
All right.
Okay.
Hey, thank you.
BKC to Mount Thomas 308.
Go ahead, VKC.
A truck driver has just reported finding a body on the back road to St David's near the intersection of Hungry Creek Road. Could you check it out? The driver will be waiting for you. AIS has been notified and will attend as soon as possible, 308.
Okay, thanks, VKC.
What do you reckon happened?
Looks like she was hit by a moving vehicle. Some skid marks, a bit of glass, and over here... looks like point of impact.
What should be doing all the way out here?
I don't know. Maybe she was hitching.
Well, why'd you go hitching in the middle of the night? Where would you be hitching to?
Yes.
AIS are on the way. So do you think it was an accident?
The face of it, a hit and run. Unless she was deliberately hit. All right, let's get on with it. Then one of us is going to have to tell the girlfriend.
Claire.
Her body.
I'm sorry.
But... Why... What would she be doing out here? How would she have got here?
And do you have any idea?
No.
Anyone she might have met yesterday?
Give her a break, mate.
Why, Eva? It's not fair.
You see, I was in the office doing the night's takings, and I think she came down again, and I think she let herself out probably around 10:30.
Yeah? Anyone with her?
Well, I had the impression that there was, but she said I was really tired. I just wanted to do the money and get upstairs to bed, but yeah, I think there was.
I think it was one person or more than one.
Well, I think just one.
What, man, woman?
Well, see, I don't know. It was just sounds. It just sort of sounded like she had someone with her.
Sounded like she was resisting.
Oh, no. Otherwise I would have gone out there. It was just... I just had the impression there was someone there, you know, but I can't be sure. I'm sorry, Peach.
No, you're right. Ta.
See ya.
I know this is hard, Claire, but we need to ask you some questions that really can't wait.
Mate, give her a break. She's just lost her best friend.
Might be easy if we do this down the station. Give you a chance to pull yourself together.
All right, I'll just fix myself up.
Okay.
Have you got any idea what or who could have taken Eva out there last night?
No,
Why she would have gone with that person or people?
I've no idea. It makes no sense.
Do you know anyone around here?
No. Doesn't know anyone. What are you saying? That she was murdered or something?
It's possible. It's also possible for some kind of accident. We'll know after the autopsy.
Autopsy?
Yes. That's why we need you to tell us as much as you can.
I can't tell you why she was there.
We just need more general information about Eva. You're the only person in a position to give us that. Now, you and Eva had been travelling together about 7 months.
Mm-hmm.
And had you known her long before that?
Yeah, since we were about 15. She was an exchange student at my school, and after she left, we kept in touch, and I went back there with her and met her family. Her mother's not well. She won't survive this.
Do you have an address or phone number for the family?
Yeah. Am I to tell them?
No. That'll be done through the official channels. Though I'm sure you'd like to speak to them.
Yeah. I'll have to call them.
One other thing. We haven't found a passport yet.
Well, she always had it with her.
In the handbag?
In a shoulder bag, Indian, embroidered bag.
No, it wasn't with a body. And there was a shoe missing. We'll need you to identify her.
But you both know her?
We didn't know her long enough, not for official purposes anyway.
Otherwise, we'd have to wait for a member of her family to arrive. That could hold up the investigation into a death.
All right, then.
What's happening?
Wayne's taken her to the morgue.
So you got a relationship with this girl?
Oh, since last night.
I see. Any of the rest of you have relations with the dead girl?
No, we had some drinks, that's all.
Who's we?
Me and Adam.
What have we got? A murder?
Too early to say.
She was German, was she?
I've been on the special branch. They've contacted the embassy, cancelled her passport, that side of things.
And the body?
Once it's been identified, Cooper will travel with it to Melbourne for the autopsy.
This will be a high-profile case, Tom. I don't want any claims that we were slow or insensitive or whatever.
Well, we can only move at the proper pace, sir. If the media want cause for complaint, they can usually find something.
Yeah, well, just bear it in mind, Sergeant.
Yes, sir.
There's another complaint I want to discuss while I'm here. What's this business about Schultz and the watch house keeper's job?
What business?
Well, the association in Melbourne's been stirring stuff up, claiming he's been discriminated against because he hasn't got a wife and 6 hungry kids in tow. Who's told him all this? You? Because you've dumped me right in it. You realise that?
Well, it certainly wasn't intentional.
You should know better by now, Tom. Mind you, Schultz was always an equal starter with the rest, but now it looks like my hands will be tied. Got anything to say?
No, sir.
All right. I'll shove off. Keep me posted about this hitchhiker business.
Yes.
This is Eva Faber.
You know it is.
I have to ask you formally, Claire.
Yes. It's Eva Faber. Was Eva.
We can stay for a little while if you like.
No, there's no point. Can we go now?
Sure.
Claire, I'm really sorry.
Thank you.
There you go. You okay?
I suppose you've seen a lot of people in shock and grief.
A few.
When will it all be over?
In a hurry?
Yeah, I want to get away from here. Get out on the road again.
On your own?
I don't know. No, I couldn't do it on my own.
There's a hostel at St David's. You could link up with someone there. We'd have to keep in touch with you, though. We may need you as a witness.
A witness to what? I was with you.
Yeah.
I know I've seen the body and all that, but I just can't get into my head that it's happened. Maybe if I could see the place.
I could take you out there.
Could you?
Yeah, just there.
Did they cover her up?
No.
We go for a bit for a walk.
Yeah, sure.
Where's Patterson?
Oh, I took the English girl to the mall.
Yeah, I know that. What's keeping him?
Do you want me to try and contact him?
No, thanks. I trust him. I told you that stuff in confidence, off the record.
Well, I want that job.
Hey, Nick, what's going on?
Hey, Maggie, nothing.
I never really had a good friend before, Eva. I know you're supposed to say good things about a dead. But with Eva, it was different. Wasn't a mean bone in her body. She always trusted people to behave well. She'd be surprised when they didn't.
Maybe that's what happened. Maybe she trusted someone too much.
No, that's not it. She was always careful. She was no fool. She was more careful than I am. I used to get irritated with her. Not the way she'd hold back. I sometimes wondered why she was my friend. I'm not nearly as nice a person as Eva is. Oh, God. This can't be happening. It can't be.
Come on.
happens now?
Well, I guess you've got to stick around for a little while.
Back to the hotel room.
You can stay with me for a little while if you like. I'm only offering company. I'll sleep on the floor.
Thank you. I'll do it for company.
So how was your first autopsy?
Okay. The pathologist thought I'd throw up, but I didn't.
Oh, right.
Good on you.
But I kept thinking about last night. They found traces of white wine in her stomach.
Yeah? What else they find?
Death was the result of an impact of a vehicle travelling at a reasonable speed.
Surprise, surprise.
And there were tiny flakes of dark blue paint impregnated in her skin.
So, a dark blue vehicle.
No evidence of sexual assault, but there were bruises on her upper arms as though she'd been held or shaken violently.
She didn't go willingly.
You going to re-question the other girl?
Maybe.
She's checked out.
Gone. That'd be right.
Wayne came to pick up her things.
Wayne did.
Said she was staying at his place.
Oh, he's an idiot.
She's got him exactly where she wants him.
But what's the problem? You don't suspect her of anything, do you?
Well, she certainly has the perfect alibi, doesn't she, Adam?
She's a key witness of what could easily turn into a murder investigation. Wayne should have more sense.
Sorry to wake you, Wayne. I knew I should come.
Word travels fast. You want a coffee?
No, just a quiet chat.
Let me guess. She's a witness. You shouldn't get involved.
Then why did you?
Come on, Maggie.
You want a cuppa?
Maggie Doyle, Claire Potter.
Good morning.
Morning. You late for work or she come to arrest you?
Neither. But we would like another word with you down at the station, Claire. When you're dressed, of course.
Was that really necessary?
Yes, it is, Wayne.
Take a seat, thanks, Claire.
I'd like to go in with her, man.
Joking.
Come on, she's all alone. She needs someone.
This is normal police procedure, Wayne. Now grow up. Claire, did Eva often go off with men she didn't know?
No.
Never?
No.
What about men she'd known for a few days, or even a few hours?
I just don't think so.
Well, you'd only known Wayne for what, 10, 12 hours? Maybe she met someone, like you met Wayne.
How could she have, eh? I left her with you, didn't I? The pub was closing. How could she have
You're
met
saying
someone?
she never had casual sex with a stranger?
She wouldn't have done that.
Eva have any money? Source of money?
Yes, her parents transferred money into her account once a month. They saw it as some sort of security for her.
How'd she access it?
Automatic tellers.
Look at her cancel. Any idea how much cash she had with her?
Not much. She never took out much in one go. $50, maybe?
Yep.
I think you better come out, PJ.
Excuse me.
Where are you coming from, Trent?
St David's.
What time?
Oh, it was about 1 a.m.
You been drinking?
I had a couple of beers earlier on in the night, but I wasn't over the limit.
How do you know?
I was pulled up and breathalyzed just after I left St
You
David's.
realise we can check on that, don't you?
Yeah.
Right. Anyone else in the car?
No, I was on my own.
Okay. All right. So you were driving. What happened?
Yeah. I came over the rise and she was just there in front of me on the road.
What was she doing?
Trying to stop me, I think. She was waving her arms around. Looked like she was in a bit of a panic. She was right in the middle of the road. Slammed on the brakes, but the car just kept going. And I hit her. And she went over the roof. I didn't know what to do.
It's all right, mate. So you did nothing, then? Where's the vehicle, Mr. Bates?
It's outside. I drove it in.
What's the make?
79 Holden.
Colour?
Blue.
Nick, check with traffic at St David, see if they breathalyzed the young kid the night before last. Blue 79 Holden, TCN 469. Get a time and ask if they notice anyone else in the car. Tell Forensic we got the vehicle here.
Good up.
Time, mate. Mags?
Yep.
Take Claire back now.
I can do that.
I'm sure you can. But I asked Doyle.
Weak bastard.
Hey!
You got a problem, Constable?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, well, you know what your problem is,
Yeah,
pal.
I think it's you.
Yeah, really? Well, I think
What's
the problem is
going on?
you, pal.
Bring home the witness, boss.
Don't ask me.
Well,
Nothing.
I think it's time you and I had a little chat. Got a relationship with this girl. Is that a good idea?
It started before the death, boss.
That's supposed to make it all right, is it?
Well, Nick didn't start seeing Sasha till after Billy Peters had died.
Nick knows how to look after himself better than you do, apparently. Have you given any thought to what you might do once traffic's wound up?
They wouldn't do that, would they?
It's on the cards. Your partner certainly seems to think so. That's why he's applied for the watch housekeeper's job.
Him? He's not even married.
It's not stopping him.
Well, this is how it goes, Mr. Bates. Charging Trent first up with leaving the scene of an accident where a person was killed. We may get to manslaughter, but we're awaiting further evidence. Murder has not been ruled out yet.
Murder?
Until evidence is in, we'd oppose bail. But if he's cleared and the accident happened as he said it did, then you'd be free to bail him.
But he came in here voluntarily.
What are you supposed to do, Mr. Bates? Shake his hand and let him go? A girl died violently. And your son didn't even know she was dead when he drove on. He didn't even make an anonymous phone call for an ambulance. Tell anyone where she was. He just drove on. Put him in the cells, Constable.
So, where are we?
Still waiting confirmation of the boy's story.
Anything else?
Yeah, the night Eva died, she drew $400 from the automatic teller from the all-night service station on the main road.
What time was that?
11:20 p.m.
But we still don't know how or why she got to the point where the boy says he saw her on the road.
We don't know what happened to the handbag or the other shoe. AIS did a search of the immediate area. Nothing showed up.
Then we'd better do a wider search.
You didn't tell me you're changing jobs.
Well, I told the traffic was finished.
No, you didn't.
The traffic is going. Do I have to make it clear? It's going. I like it here. I want to stay. I'm looking out for myself, and there's nothing to stop you from doing the same thing.
I thought you had to be married to be the watch house keeper.
Well, you thought wrong, didn't you?
I like traffic.
Yeah? It's your choice, mate.
Here's the handbag. How did it end up here?
So she dropped it on the way to the road.
She must have been in a bit of a hurry.
Got the shoe.
Yeah, in a real hurry. Well, passport's still here. The key card.
Oh, so what does that mean?
Take some photos, Mags. Get forensic out.
What does it matter anyway? We got the bloke who killed her.
It matters because she was running from the bastard who brought her out here, Wayne. You got a job, Trent?
Yeah, I do a bit of part-time stuff at a timber yard and just work for my dad the rest of the time.
Fair enough. He pay you well?
There was no money in the place, why?
Do you remember if the girl was carrying a handbag?
Don't remember.
You sure?
I didn't see one. She was waving her arms about.
Well, maybe a shoulder bag.
I could have.
Well, as a matter of fact, we found the shoulder bag. There's $400 missing from it. Are you sure you didn't take it, Trent?
No, I didn't. How could I?
You're telling me you didn't stop, you didn't decide she was dead, you did not take the money out of the bag and throw it in the bush? Is that what you're saying?
No,
Because
you're
if
wrong.
you touch the bag, matey, and Forensic have got it right now, your prints are going to be all over it.
I didn't do that. I didn't see a bag. I didn't stop. I hit her, and I drove straight on.
Take him back to the cells, please, Constable.
Interview concluded at 17:30. So do you believe him?
Yep. If he didn't take it, somebody else did. Get anything back from IBO on the two girls?
No, not yet.
Well, get on to it, Max. What are you waiting for?
Permission to breathe. I made us some tea.
Yeah?
Hope you like it. I'm not much of a cook.
Oh, I love it. But you shouldn't have done it. I'm meant to be looking after you.
Oh, I'm all right. That lad today. Does that mean the case is closed?
Yeah, he did it all right. It was a classic hit and run.
It's awful. I can't bear to think about it.
Oh, you don't have to. It's over now. You don't have to think about it at all.
PJ?
Yep.
2 girls, early 20s, one fair, one dark. One English, one with a European accent, both believed to be backpackers.
What'd they do?
Emptied a guy's wallet in Grafton after one of them had sex with him. He lodged a complaint, and there was also a similar complaint in Albury about 3 weeks ago.
Right. Thanks, Max.
I thought it was all over.
No. We still want to know what she was doing out there. We wondered if the fact you both wanted the New South Wales for stealing.
Stealing what?
A couple of guys' wallets. Or their clients.
Don't know what you're talking about.
Well, maybe you thought they were a bit stingy, so you help yourselves. Counting on the fact they're not going to make a complaint. I mean, most men wouldn't, would they? Got wives, girlfriends. I don't want them to know they've been to a pro.
That is not true. That is simply not true.
You heard her.
Wayne.
Huh?
Right. Eva used to do that sometimes.
Only Eva?
Yes. I didn't like it, but we were friends.
All right, so let's say there's this guy you worked a scam on.
Not me.
All right, Eva. And this guy puts his pants back on and finds his dough missing. Now, for whatever reason, he doesn't want to lay charge. But he's pretty ropeable. And he comes after you both. He finds Eva.
You passed through St David's. Did Eva meet up with any men there?
One.
Oh, what can you tell me?
Oh, not much. She met him in the pub where we were staying.
Did he have a name?
Dave, I think. I think he drove a small lorry.
Married, single?
I don't remember anything else.
Eva worked a scam on this guy.
Well, I don't know for sure. I went to bed, I left her in the bar, and she came back later.
You should have told us this before, Claire.
Why should I? I didn't know it had anything to do with it. Why should I say all this stuff about Eva? She was my best friend.
I think we should continue this down at the station. Claire, tell us a bit about this Dave character.
Oh, well, I'm not exactly sure if that was his name.
No?
No, I think it might have been Dino.
Dino. Now, can you describe Dino?
Yeah, middle height, little beard, sort of a bit Italian looking.
Do you have an accent?
Well, Australian, you know. I think he might have been a painter. I noticed a bit of paint on his clothes.
What sort of paint?
Just paint, you know.
Did he have a vehicle?
An old green car.
Did you get the mate?
No, I don't remember.
Claire, are you sure it wasn't you who worked the scam? And Eva just had the bad luck to be the one picked up?
No,
Are you sure
no! I told you before. Eva saw things differently from me. She thought if a guy wanted to sleep with her, you know, have a bit of fun, like, that he should pay for it.
Ah. Payment for services rendered.
Yeah, more or less.
So the client pays, but the client doesn't know he's paying. Is that it?
Well?
Well, she's stubborn.
And just maybe she's telling the truth.
Take it from me, matey. She's a user.
How's that?
Well, she reckons men were put on this earth for one purpose, to make her life more comfortable.
Which means you've got nothing on her.
She's attractive, she's sexy.
So I can take her home.
In bed. Yeah, take her home, matey. You take her home. But please, watch your wallet.
Hey, Joe. She doesn't want in court, does she?
Well, Maggie, she's making it very difficult, isn't she?
So, is it Dave the tradesman or Dino the Italian painter?
I don't know. What do you reckon?
Well, I'd go for the one she mentioned first, before she had a chance to change her mind.
Me too. What else did she say?
Hang on. That he drove a small truck.
Right, let's check Red Joe's in and around the St David's area. No.
Steady on, I've got to go to work.
Already? Oh, you're deserting me.
I'll be back.
When?
Dinner time.
Suppose you want me to cook again, do you?
Or we could go out.
Go on with you. You like bangers and mash?
Sausages? Yeah, sure.
We'll see what we can do then, won't we? Hey, don't you have a job to go to?
What? Your Uncle Nick's been elected to have its head to you.
Forget it.
Yes, I thought you'd say that.
Look, mate, she's a nice girl. She's done nothing wrong.
Good on her.
I trust her.
Good. I mean, as you would. You've known her a lifetime. What is it, 3 days? Look, well, I don't want to sound like the boss, all right? But, we both know Van and Copper's pretty tough sometimes, and it can get a bit lonely. And it's nice having someone to go home to. You've just got to make sure it's the right woman, that's all.
Is Sasha?
I don't know, mate. I'm figuring it out, but I'll tell you one thing. I've known her a lot longer than 3 days.
Inspector Faulkner's here to see you two guys.
I've got a couple of things to tell you. Firstly, Schutz, you've got the watch house keeper's job. I hope you're happy.
Yes, sir.
And secondly, the traffic branch of Mount Thomas is to be wound up. You knew it was on the cards, Patterson.
Yes, sir.
Thanks, fellas.
Traffic's finished.
So what are you and Nick going to do?
Ask him, mate. He's covered his ass. I've got no bloody idea.
Ah, come on, mate.
Don't you make me, mate.
Wait. You better come and have a listen to this.
I met them in a pub. They were, you know, real friendly. Anyway, one thing led to another, and I ended up back in their room with one of them, and, well, you know.
So you had intercourse?
Yeah. Little rager she was too. Anyway, when I got home, I discovered that my wallet was empty, so next morning I came back to look for them, but someone had already seen them hitching on the Mount Thomas Road.
What happened then?
Well, I just got paid. It was all the money I had for the week.
How much?
$520. Look, things are a bit dodgy between my wife and I at the moment. We've got 2 little kids. I was scared that if I said some bitch just ripped me off for all our money, she'd take off with the kids.
So the 520 was all you had to live on?
Yeah, that's why I was so pissed off. I'd been out of work for a couple of months.
Go on.
Well, I thought they'd head straight down the pub and look for some other sucker. And that's when I saw them again, drinking with you guys.
Yeah?
Well, I waited, then I followed the German girl upstairs and I said a few things to her, then I made her come with me.
Well, how? Did you grab her, threaten her? What?
Yeah. Well, she said she had some money in a bank account, so we went to look for an automatic teller.
Go on.
Well, she drew out $400. Well, it was all she could get, but I thought it'd head off any problems with my wife.
Mm-hmm.
I drove her back towards St David's. She got upset. She said she wanted to go to Mount Thomas. So I said, OK, I'd drive her. But then on the way there, I thought, now what sort of mug am I? And what I ought to do is scare her a bit. You know, make sure they don't do it again. So I stopped the car.
Did you hit her?
No, she jumped out as soon as I stopped, took off like a bat out of hell. I just let her go. I mean, I had no idea what had happened. I mean, if I had any idea...
All right, get a copy of the tape, then you'll be charged.
Well, what with?
Kidnapping and false imprisonment for a start.
It was my money.
The court may take that into account.
Look, I'll lose my kids.
Tough. Another thing. Which girl did you actually have intercourse with? Stole your money?
The English one.
Are you going to give her a chance to explain her side of the story?
After we arrest her? All that havoc to pay for an extended holiday, eh?
Claire? Claire?
Don't tell me you're surprised.
So what do you think? Is she back on the road?
Nah, more likely hopped the last train. I'll issue a description, but... Anything missing?
No.
Cameras, portable items, anything?
There's nothing missing.
You know what they say, mate. One born every minute.